Fabrizio Romano confirms Star is really appreciated and very highly rated by Tottenham. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Before we dive into this transfer update, make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay updated with all the latest news. Tottenham have been linked with a move for the Wolves winger Pedro Neto. The Portuguese international has attracted the attention of the North London club with his performances last season. He scored 3 goals in all competitions and picked up 11 assists along the way. The 24-year-old could prove to be a quality acquisition for Tottenham if they can get the deal done. They need more quality and depth in the wide areas, and Pedro Neto is capable of operating on both flanks. He will add creativity, flair and pace to the Spurs attack. The Portuguese international will help them break down deep defences with his technical ability and vision. Meanwhile, the 24-year-old wants to compete at a high level as well. The opportunity to join Tottenham will be quite attractive for him. They have a talented squad and an ambitious project. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that the Portuguese international is appreciated and highly rated by Tottenham. It will be interesting to see if they come forward with an official proposal to sign the player this summer. Romano said on a playback live stream, "Pedro Neto remains a player really appreciated and very highly rated by Tottenham. So for sure, he is one of the players they've always had on the list. Let's see if they will decide to accelerate, but I expect Tottenham to be busy starting from next week. They will need to improve their attacking unit if they want to compete for major trophies next season. Apart from a quality winger, they should look to invest in a reliable goalscorers as well. It will be interesting to see if Tottenham can bring in the right reinforcements before the transfer window closes. Tottenham have set their sights on signing a new striker this summer. According to the Mirror, Bournemouth's Dominic Solanke has emerged as a top target for Spurs. The 26-year-old forward, currently under contract until 2027, has a release clause of £65 million. The Mirror indicates that while Tottenham are interested in bringing Solanke to North London, they are reluctant to meet the hefty release clause outright. Instead, Spurs are exploring the possibility of a player plus cash deal. This strategy involves offering some of their current players to Bournemouth, along with a cash payment to facilitate the transfer. Solanke's impressive performance last season, where he netted 21 goals in 41 appearances across all competitions, made him the 4th joint top scorer in the Premier League. It took his overall Premier League tally to 29 goals and 13 assists in 134 games. While Spurs' interest in Solanke is evident, the outcomes of this potential transfer remains uncertain. Bournemouth must consider the advantages of acquiring additional players and cash against the significant impact of losing their leading striker. Given Solanke's high value and importance to Bournemouth, the negotiations are expected to be intricate and challenging. As the transfer window continues, Tottenham fans will be closely monitoring the situation, hoping the club can finalise a deal for Solanke. His potential arrival could significantly enhance the club's offensive capabilities and support their goals for the upcoming season. Sky Sports have revealed that Brentford have no intention of selling Ivan Toney to Tottenham on the cheap after Igor Thiago picked up an injury. Thiago, who was brought in by Brentford earlier this summer to replace Toney, has now had surgery on his meniscus and is expected to be sidelined until the end of the year. Sky point out that this could impact the Bees' plans for Toney, who is now in the final year of his contract at the G-Tech Community Stadium. Toney recently impressed for England on the international stage during a number of cameos off the bench at the European Championships in Germany. Brentford could still sell Ivan Toney. The report says that Thomas Frank's men had relaxed their stance recently after demanding a whopping £100 million for their starman back in January. However, following the injury sustained by Thiago, it is explained that the West London club have no intention of letting Toney leave on the cheap. The outlet also goes on to add that while Arsenal had previously expressed an interest in the England international, the Gunners have now turned their attention elsewhere. It is interesting that Sky have not yet ruled out the possibility of Brentford selling Toney despite Thiago's injury. However, I do not think Spurs or any other club would want to break the bank for the 28-year-old, as they would know that he can be signed for a lower fee in January or perhaps even on a free transfer next summer. Alasdair Gold makes a surprising reveal about Mikey Moore in Spurs training. 16-year-old starlet Mikey Moore has embedded himself into the Spurs first-team squad this pre-season. Apparently, it isn't just his on-field performances that have caught the eye. but also his actions in training. When introduced in the latter stages of Tottenham's clash with Manchester City back in May, Mikey Moore became Tottenham's youngest ever Premier League appearance maker at an astonishing 16 years, 9 months and 3 days. Not many would have expected Moore to progress at quite the rate he has since that moment. Ange Postecoglou kept the teenager around the first-team setup for the remaining few games of the Premier League season, and Moore took that opportunity with both hands. Mikey Moore has kept his place as a first-team player this pre-season too, proving that he is already capable of playing senior football this year by recording 2 goals and 1 assist in his 5 cameos. Many players of Mikey's age and inexperience would be daunted by the prospect of playing and training alongside such established superstars such as Tottenham captain Heung-min Son, but that trend doesn't appear to apply to Moore, who continues to break the mould at such a young age. According to Alasdair Gold, who has been speaking on his podcast, Gold and Guest Talk Tottenham, people within Spurs have been impressed by Moore, stating, "That's what I've been told about Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore is very vocal." Gold continued, "Yeah, he's only 16, Mikey, which is ridiculous, but he is only 16, apparently on the training, and he is quite vocal. Moore being reportedly confident and vocal in training adds to what is an increasing number of reasons to be excited about the teenager, who looks to have a real chance of making a mark for Tottenham this season. It may be a small detail, but it does indicate that Moore is starting to hold his own in senior training sessions and is playing with the rawness of a youth player, but the confidence of a long-time professional player. As fans around the world have seen with Jude Bellingham, a bit of arrogance or confidence in yourself can add an edge to separate you from the rest." That's all for today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with all things Tottenham, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications on our latest content. Don't forget to like this video and share it with fellow Spurs supporters. Let's grow our Tottenham News Today community together. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Spurs!